GA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Jacksonville. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Lucy. 11B. 372.
Throwing on first down is Bortles. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
Out routes are always timing routes. And if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he led him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
372.
From the gun, it's Bortles. Flushed out right. And he is going to be hit and taken down. Bortles sacked. Nigel Bradham in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Following the sack, 3rd and long for Bortles and the Jags.
372. 380.
Shotgun now for Bortles. Steps away to his left. Now he's going to send this one deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. It was the veteran safety, Malcolm Jenkins, who got a hand in there to disrupt it.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10. They fake the give. Now Wentz escaping the pressure right. Oh, he's going to take it. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to go out of bounds at the 30-yard line. So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. Working from the gun, Wentz. And Matthews over the middle with a grab. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
in there now. Hang in there now. Four down. Set. 20.
Now Wentz on the bootleg. They'll roll him out right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Move. Lucy. Let's go.
Now Bortles throwing on 2nd down. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Derek Barnett, he's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Following the sack, 3rd and long for Bortles and the Jags.
Hey. Let's go. 11. 53. Lucy. Hey, spread right.
Snap comes at 1, and it's Bortles. Looking for Moncrief, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones, and they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Calais Campbell in there to bury him for a loss of 11. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Now it's the all-purpose back. This is Darren Sproles. And a solid run down inside the 30. It's a gain of 7 on the carry, but they'll need to double that here. It's 3rd and 14. Shotgun now for Wentz. And this is Ertz with it, right side. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 at the 34.
Move.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Going up top. And that is caught. One-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. It's a big play. Bortles to Westbrook. And even 40 yards.
Hank. 11. Okay. Move.
On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. Incomplete over the middle, Safarian Jenkins. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Working from the gun, it's Bortles. Flush to his right. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually, a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now Bortles. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Put this one through, and the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal. So maybe now the mentality changes in this game, because anytime you can get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll begin the drive with Sproles. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Telvin Smith that time there to make the play. Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. And he's got it complete to Darren Sproles. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Hang in there now. Hang in there now. Let's 5-7. Here we go. Here we go. We're 20.
Wentz to throw on 2nd down. Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. The first catch for Jeffrey. Good enough for a first down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front, because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. So that run gets them about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. Two minutes remain here in the first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And he will take this one in for an Eagle touchdown. Jay Ajayi, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles are able to cash it in for 6. And he's got it up and through. Elliott now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. Space to maneuver at the 40. That burst good for 20 and a first down. First down now, but that clock rolling.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Eluding the pressure right. His throw incomplete. The intended target, the tight end, Austin Seferian-Jenkins. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home. And they're taking the ball away in coverage as well. I
love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Lucy. Hey, got 3. Three down. Hey, 54, Ricky.
Bortles. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. The Jaguars on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing is Bortles. The man is Westbrook, complete. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. On 1st down, Bortles being chased out left. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Green 80.
Now Bortles again. Flushed out right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Corey Graham.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
They go play action here on first down. They'll buy some time right. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. This is a giant. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
I'm bringing it to you.
Now it's a giant. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line. So we've reached halftime here, and it's our visitors, the Eagles, leading this one. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
They'll start out on the ground with Sproles. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Come on now, come on now, let's go. Lion.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. They are pushed back 5 yards by the delay of game, 2nd and 8. Again, they'll run it. Again, it's Sproles. And he's able to get up here to the 26. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They run with a Johnny. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
First target, first catch, and a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. On play action, it's Wentz. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. A strong safety, Barry Church, all over that one and knocked it away. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
The Eagles on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is third down and 12. Snap coming at 1. Now Wentz. Looking deep for his tight end Ertz. That's caught inside the 20. A big play there for the Eagles on third down. 47 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it third down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. The Eagles on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Play action. Now Wentz steps away. And that is incomplete. A.J. Bouye, the fine cornerback, there to make the play defensively.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
And Elliott puts this one through. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you'll see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Mike 39, Lucy. Hey, 54, Ricky. 58, boys, 58, 58, Mike. It's all right, it's all right. I'm scared.
On second down, here's Bortles. Escaping the pressure right. Pass incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Lucy, Lucy. Move.
To throw is Bortles. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Fletcher Cox in there to drop him for a loss of 10. And it'll be 4th and long. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Sproles the return. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Throwing on first is Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one across the 20, but only up to about the 21. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Back now in Jacksonville. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter. The Eagles on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. From the gun, it's Wentz. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 at their own 24.
11.
Shotgun now for Bortles. He goes underneath for Yeldon. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and short.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Bortles to throw on 2nd down. He'll get this over to Westbrook. It's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down.
Hey, spread left. Spread left. Hank. 53, come on. 53, check 53. Lucy. Hey, watch that, man. Watch the ball. 11B.
Bortles now on 1st down. This is Yeldon on the dump off. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
11B.
It's a gain of 5, and it'll be a 2nd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators.
And he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. Fletcher Cox in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
So right. Move. right, so right.
On 3rd and long, it's Bortles. And this is going to be incomplete. Ronald Darby that time, the one who got a hand in and knocked it free.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Here's a handoff to Sproles to start the drive. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. On 2nd down, here's Wentz. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, as it turned out. Couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Now Wentz on the bootleg, sliding out of the pocket. He may try and run for this. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th. How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
The Eagles send out their punter now. He's been terrific so far. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer, and put your defense in a bad spot.
Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 at their own 23. From the gun, it's Bortles. And pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Bortles. Left side complete, Safarian-Jenkins. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Throwing his Bortles on third down. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a fourth down.
53, come on. 53, check 53.
Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on fourth down.
Lucy. Watch out. 11B.
Now Bortles got to have this one. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Mills.
Partner's bad enough when you just can't hold on to the football. But when your quarterback's throwing it to the other team, that's 3 interceptions now, 4 turnovers for the game. You really have no chance to win the football game.
Here's Ajayi. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Come on now. Let's go. Go.
They run again with Ajayi. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Hang in there now. Ram. Go. 120.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as it'll come with an even 90 seconds remaining on the clock. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And the kick by Elliott is good. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Now Bortles throwing the out route incomplete. It's Cole. Bortles to Cole for the Jacksonville first. First down now, but the clock continues to move.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Lucy. Check. Green 80. 58, 11B.
Bortles to throw. And to the tight end here, Safarian Jenkins. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going. Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Well, yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete.
Hey. 11.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10.
Here we go. 20. Tokyo.
Oh, look at this. Wentz going to throw. Looking for Jeffrey, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Well, when someone other than the quarterback is throwing the football, it's either beautiful or a disaster, and here it was the latter.
Nowhere in between, right? I think you're exactly right. It takes some fortitude to call that type of a play, but when it doesn't work, oh boy, you wish you hadn't.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Now Bortles. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Following the sack, 3rd and long for Bortles and the Jags.
3-7-2.
To throw is Bortles. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off near the 32. Oh, then the spin. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this score will stay.